Matty, derby to come on Saturday, but first of all, if we look back to the Exeter game, one that looked like we were going to get 3 points from until the last few minutes. What's your reflections on it?
Well, same as you really. I think going 2 goals up, thought we played pretty well without being outstanding, but I thought we were kind of deserved the 2-goal lead. But at a minute with the injury situation and obviously losing Ruel and then Coops after making all the changes, made it really tough for us. I don't think we managed it great, to be honest. I think we've gone down to 10 men before and managed it a hell of a lot better. But fair play to Exeter. They kept the ball, they kept switching it. So it did make it quite hard. But if you look as well at the personnel we had a lot of attacking players on out of position. And 1 goal was a deflection. So look, it was disappointing because obviously we wanted to back the result up on the weekend with another win, and we thought we'd do it. But yeah, I think the fact that we went down to 10 men had a big bearing on the result, which is frustrating. But again, a lot of praise goes to the players. I still think they're giving absolutely everything. So no, I think it's still a positive mindset into the last few games.
Given our league position and the stage of the season that we're at, do you think it could actually end up being quite a good learning experience for a lot of the players?
100%. Yeah, I think a lot of the young players now might have not had an opportunity, depending on if we were still kind of fighting for something. So just as an example, Zach, I think Zach's been excellent. He was superb on the weekend, and then obviously came on yesterday and done really well. So that's one example. We've obviously got young loan players who are coming in and just getting dipped in and dipped out. So it's one where the manager's trying to almost give people a chance and be fair, but at the same time we want to be competitive, we want to win. We want to finish the season as strong as anything. I think the gaffer's really emphasised that in all his meetings. But at the same time, giving people a chance and trying to help them for the next stage of their career, be it here or at their parent clubs.
And how much do you think people like Zach and Ollie and people like that would have learned from a situation like the Exeter game where you've got 10 men and you're having to defend?
Yeah, a lot, yeah. Because I think you only learn from experiences, or it's definitely the best way to learn. So I think if we went down to 10 again, they might do things a little differently. And it's just another bump in the road for them in terms of their career, and they've got to learn. To be the best, you've got to keep learning. You've got to keep learning on these little lessons where you don't maybe. It's not always positive. It's sometimes a negative, and them us conceding late might help them more in the long run. So I think that's something we've spoke about as well.
Derby to come on Saturday. I mean, they've got everything to play for. So how are we going to approach that one? Well,
first thing, I think we've got to see who's fit, because we've obviously got an enormous injury list, which is really kind of frustrating for everyone. It's probably the thing that's frustrated us through this season the most, because obviously I think if we'd have kept everyone fit, we'd have maybe had a few more points. It's easy to say that, and I know a lot of clubs have injuries, but this is to our big players, it's been big. So it's a great game for us. We've got to see obviously how everyone is, but I think the message from us, from the coaching staff, will be go and enjoy it. Go and embrace a great atmosphere, a massive club, a great football club, and go and upset the party. Go and put your stamp on the game, and enjoy it and learn, because it's going to be a good one to learn in.
I know we're going there with a hell of a lot of injuries, but how much of a gauge can we maybe use it going into next season?
Tricky one, that, because yeah, we are obviously depleted, but I think it's one where you just learn from the situation, from the atmosphere, and just individually within problem solving on the pitch and stuff like that. So I think if we look back to the home game against Derby, it was a really disappointing one in terms of the result, but I think it was fairly even until we gave a pretty bad goal away and we had a man sent off there. So I think obviously they're one of the biggest clubs in the league, arguably the biggest, and it's obviously what we're aspiring to be up the top of the table. So I think it will be a good one to test ourselves at this stage of the season, and obviously they're playing with a lot of pressure on them and a lot of expectation, and can we go there and upset the masses and enjoy it and maybe and get the win?
Just lastly, it's going to be another busy away end. It's obviously the penultimate away game of the season. How nice would it be to give those sort of 1,000+ fans something to shout about?
Is that what there is? Yeah. So obviously it'd be great. I think all in all, we've got to be honest and say it's been an incredibly successful season. You know, and I think the support this season has been excellent, but I think the away support has been phenomenal as well. So it'd be great if we can send them off really happy. Travelling back to London with big smiles and everything like that, and we'll do everything we can to do it.